Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Bella Salon and Day Spa, located at 41 West Main Street in Northeast Pennsylvania, proudly supports Chautauqua Sunrise and its volunteers. More information at bellasalonanddayspa.net. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. From the Access Channel 5 studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Channel 5. Continuing the traditions of Senior Report, we are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week, countywide, from 9 to 10 a.m. Join us by calling in live, emailing us, or checking out our social media. And now, from the Channel 5 studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
New sign. Hey, good morning, everybody, and I want to wish you happy holidays. Christmas is now in the books, but I know a lot of people are probably still celebrating throughout the weekend. We had a grand time at our house on Christmas Eve. We had like 27 people all over the house. Little kids going this way, and the middle agers going that way, and the seniors going this way, and lots of food, lots of fun, good time, and it was everything you'd want for a great Christmas Eve. But I do have a picture, I think, that summarizes how a lot of people feel this morning, or at least at the end of yesterday, and I want to show you my little buddy at home. There's Max. He was all barked out, having to greet 27 people coming and going, and every time somebody opened the door or whatever. Max is, he was practically unconscious even this morning when it was time to come down to the studio. But I think a lot of people feel that way, just kind of like, whoo-wee mama. So anyways, I hope you and all your families had a great Christmas week. And it's having it on Friday was kind of weird. I was telling the guys earlier, it kind of threw my schedule all off. I was thinking today was like Sunday or something. I'm not sure what day it was. But anyways, I hope you had a great holiday. And today starts Kwanzaa, so happy Kwanzaa to our friends that celebrate Kwanzaa. So we've had Hanukkah, we've had Christmas and Kwanzaa. So that's why I said, what's the big deal about saying happy holidays or any of the others? It's what we do, right? Okay, so I have a few things I want to share with you today. We got a very special edition of Chautauqua Sunrise today called Guesses and Goals, and it will be featuring the crew here, and we're going to have all the guys on that are here today on the show, and we're going to be making our guesses for 2016 and some goals. We had a conflab about resolutions and decided we'd throw resolutions out since nobody keeps them, but we would have our own personal goals. So I prepared in secret a list of 11 different questions for next year. And while we're going through some announcements here and stuff, if you want to grab a paper and pencil and join in on the fun, you can record your answers, and a year from now we're going to go back and see who was the closest. But before we do that, I got some things I want to share with you. First of all, I want to let you know that the first snowstorm that we had for this winter season knocked out my guest last week, Sue Tillotson. Her partner, Jim Cunningham, was able to show up because he lives closer to the studio, but Sue was unfortunately stuck out in Lakewood. So good news is she and Jim are going to return this summer, and all we got to worry about is, I think, tornado weather. But other than that, we should be good. So I'm really looking forward to having them come on the show and really present some really good Celtic music. Jim did a great job, and I enjoyed having him here. But I think you're going to even enjoy it even more with Sue. So look forward to that. I want to thank all of our sponsors that are our underwriters here, starting right out with our good friends at WRFA, Dennis Drew and Jason Sample and all those guys over there. They do a great job, and I really am so grateful that they picked us up and are broadcasting us Tuesdays at 1 o'clock. And they broadcast the entire show from start to finish. So if you missed the show during the regular broadcast, you can catch it on the radio. And we hope that they have another great, successful year. I've been seeing some really good things about them in the papers lately. So good for you guys. Keep the faith there, Dennis. Also, Bella Salon, I know that they've been great supporters of the show and talk a lot about us, and I hear from their patrons about us and vice versa. And so I would say if you have some New Year's Eve plans and you want to get all spiffed up, men or women, doesn't matter, or you want to get a nice massage after all that shopping and all that stress, they are a full-service organization over there in Northeast Pennsylvania. Of course, our newest underwriter is Westfield Memorial Hospital, and couldn't be happier to have them on board with us, and a great hospital doing great work for all of us in this community. And if you have any needs, check them out right there in downtown Westfield. Jack's Barcelona Drive-In was a sponsor during the year, and they're not on right now, but I want to thank Julie Travis and her crew down there. We went down there and had lunch, the whole crew and us, back in, I guess it was July, I think it was, and great hosts and good food down there. And she's going to be back on the show as far as underwriter for a little while in the spring, and then we'll see what happens after that. Fredonia Place has been tried and true, and if you have any concerns or questions about someone that's in your family, a senior member, if you haven't been to Fredonia Place, it's just drop dead gorgeous over there. Let's say hi to all of my friends over there. I met over last St. Patrick's Day. Great facility, great staff, and Mike Ferguson's going to be on in the new year, and he's going to talk more about that facility. And of course, I think our longest running supporter of Saturday morning program, including a long time with Reed Powers and now myself, Senator Catherine Young. Kathy, I hope you're doing well, and she'll be on in May. And I can't wait to have a good report from her from Albany. Hopefully it's a good report. Hear all about what's going on in her world and how she supports all the good programs and services and agencies and all of us here in Chautauqua County. So I want to thank all of our underwriters for their support. We can't do a lot here without you, and it helps offset some of the things that we're trying to produce. We're looking forward to a great 2016 lineup for guests and our speakers that come on the show. Believe it or not, I think I may have mentioned this, but I have like probably 25 shows already filled up for next year. And as always, I say this from time to time, but as always, please, if you have an idea or there's someone that you know that you think, wow, that person would be a great guest or would be of interest to all of us, let me know. Give us a call here at the studio. Let us contact or do a little outreach to that individual organization. Love to have them. Okay? I want to thank the crew, and you're going to meet most of the crew today if you haven't met them before. But we get up every Saturday morning, and I probably like I do some mornings, like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? It's fun, and it's sort of like a mission that I think we all have here, a shared vision of doing live television, presenting really interesting things that we think are important or of just entertainment value that's going on right here in Chautauqua County. So to Chuck Kelsey, who's the godfather of Channel 5 here, he never wants to come on, but he's always in the background. So Chuck, thanks for and all your crew that worked on this studio. It's a beautiful facility. People are still in awe every time they come here, and they can't believe what a great setup we have here. It's just gorgeous. Of course, Chris and Randy and Jeff and JJ, they are our support team here, and you'll meet 3 of them here if you haven't before. And but we can't do this show without all of them. And of course, Time Warner provides franchise fees to communities that give the money back to the studio so we can put the lights on and turn on the cameras and do what we do. So again, if you have any ideas, let us know. And for those of you who are viewing this on a regular basis, whether you're watching us on YouTube, listening to us on WRFA, or watching us right this minute, we thank you, and we hope that we're doing you a good service and providing you with something that's important in your lives. Okay. Few things I want to share with you, and that is the Children's Safety Education Village has come out with its new 2016 calendar. All right, and this calendar is $20, and if you were to go through it, I'm not going to do it right now, but every month, every Friday's payday, and then on one day of the month, you can win $100. So Friday paydays are $25 you can win, $100 once a month. You pay $20, you contact them at the Safety Village or any of the board members, you pull off the bottom stub, they put in the big pot, they pull your name, and I know Randy won this year. Yes, you did. And so anyways, so it's a great cause, and we're going to have Terry Kinberg on here in the near future talking about this Children's Safety Education Village. So that's one way you can sponsor and help a great organization to make sure our children learn all about fire, traffic, pedestrian safety, and all that sort of thing. And you can win some money. It's a lot of fun. So check it out. Okay, we talked about that. And then, of course, I mentioned right along here that the Lakeshore Center for the Arts, with their subsidiary called Juicebox Productions, will be putting together 2 dinner theater presentations of It's a Wonderful Life. And you might say Christmas was yesterday. Well, they're going to extend it out a little bit, and there's going to be a presentation on January 31st and February 6th at Zebro's Restaurant, just down the road from here. And it's a cast of about 8 or 9 folks. I'm not sure how many are in it right now. I have to go back and count. I'll be part of it. Very proud to be working with a very talented group. And this is not a play in the same way that you think of a play, but it's a radio play. So it's a play about a bunch of people putting on a radio show called It's a Wonderful Life. And I get to do these really funny voices, and we got special sound effects, and I won't tell you all about it right now, but it's coming up, and so you can check that out if you're in the area at Zebro's, January 31st and February 6th. And Rick Mascara is doing another bang-up job of directing that whole project. Okay, I got a couple of quick announcements, and then we're going to get into our guesses and goals for 2016. I'm still getting used to these monitors. I don't know about you. It's like, who's that over there? We got these beautiful monitors that are life-size as far as the presentation of it, and it's like I'm looking at this guy over there with, and I realize I'm looking at myself. Okay, Infinity. Our good friends over there, Infinity Visual and Performing Arts, will be hosting Smack Dab live at the Infinity Arts Cafe on Friday, January 8th, 2016 at 7 p.m. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased online at the Infinity Center during normal business hours. Only 200 tickets, that's it. And there's their picture, and for those of you on the radio, they look really handsome, they look very rockish. And I know that Smack Dab is a popular group in Jamestown, and so that's going to be a fun concert. So for those of you that are interested, check it out. Also, an Infinity Youth Workshop Series is coming up. So this is from Infinity, ages 6 to 18. So this really is like school age all the way through. On January 9, songwriting with our good friend Addison Moon from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., ages 13 and up, Cost is $20. Addison just performed with Ty Herndon and for a special project. I think it was down in the Carolinas or someplace. Anyways, Addison is really moving up in the ranks of music and doing great. And as you may recall, she was on the show this summer. January 20th, you have Photography 101 with John Elder from 6 to 8 p.m. Cost is $25. January 23, Infinity Drum and Dance. Youth class is at 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Adult class is from 12 to 2 p.m. Taught by Preach Freedom and Melissa Williams. Cost is $20 for youth, $25 for adults. And January 30th, Kids Zone with, oh boy, Victoria Mazurkowitz. There we go. Mazurkowitz. You laugh. You don't have to read these things. And Mariah Melendi from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Cost is $10. That's Kids Zone on January 30th. And youth classes, not including Photography 101, free to Track 1 membership students. I'm not sure what that means, but evidently if you're involved with Track 1 as a member of Infinity, those are free except for the photography. So that's pretty much for our announcements today. As I remind you over and over and over again, please, if your organization or your club has an event that you would like to share with us, drop us a line, email us, text us, whatever, call us here at 753-5225. Let us know what's going on. If you don't want to text us or whatever, call us. We'll put you on live and you can tell us about your event. If you have an anniversary, a birthday, anything like that, we're happy. It's free. We're here to serve you, okay? So with that, we're going to take a little break, and then we're going to go to guesses and goals for 2016. We'll be right back. You're watching Chautauqua Sunrise. I'm Doc Hamels.
Love is love.
Very cool ad. Love has no labels. Perfect. That's a great theme, and I agree. Well, with no further ado, Randy Burt is going to be our first my first guest this morning. Randy, welcome to the show. Hey. Hey. Randy, how long have you been associated with the Access 5 here?
It's been over 10 years now.
Is it really?
Yes.
So 10, that's like 520 Saturday mornings you've given up.
A lot of trips to Mayville.
Mayville. Of course, your job here is what?
I'm a music cameraman.
You're the cameraman.
I try to make people laugh. We have we have our large audience here. One of your guests earlier this year, Ken Hartley.
Yeah.
Well, he said for his show they don't have an applause sign. So I took his advice. We don't have an applause sign here. So applesauce. This was Ken's way. Yep. See, we have people clapping now. And
the crowd goes crazy.
If the show is really boring, somebody like me would probably take the top off and pour it on my head. Now that would get the crowd laughing.
All right, so with the folks that are in the audience here at the studio, calm down and relax. All right. Okay, so, well, thank you for that. I hadn't thought of applesauce as in place of a applause sign, but I suppose if you look at applause, it sort of looks like applesauce.
Yeah.
Sort of. Well, thank you.
Especially if you can't spell or read.
There you go. Close enough. Okay, as you know, I'm going to record your answers today.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to have to come up with a really cool prize for whoever gets as close to predictions and guesses as possible.
I want a stuffed seagull.
A stuffed seagull.
Yeah.
Stuffed
I got to have a stuffed seagull.
Seagull. All right, we'll see about that. What is your preoccupation with seagulls anyways?
I don't know. I guess it's the only bird I can find a photograph.
I don't know how many times I've looked on the internet and only just find a seagull on my head, on the table, next to me, under me.
So we got the black background, so with Photoshop you can take that black out. Or the white here, I think I've had like snowmobiles flying across.
You got a lot of monkeys here and a lot of weird things.
I tried a drone, but we tried that in the studio, hit the ceiling.
Oh, you know, I'm glad you mentioned it. I had a note here about drones, and this is a community announcement, you know, community information. All right, you're over 13 years old, right?
I hope so.
Not IQ now. We're just talking.
Oh, well, age-wise, yes.
All right, this was just on the news. So I'm sharing news on my show. If you are 13 years or older and you're one of the 400,000 people that got a drone for Christmas yesterday,
I didn't get one.
But you got one though. You have a drone. You have to register it with the government. I
have found mine's under the weight limit, so I don't have to.
I don't remember anything about weight.
Chris come running in my room one day. What's it weigh? What's it weigh? We got to register.
It costs $5, and you are required to register. So evidently, there's some weight limitation. Anybody? We know what the weight?
Over a half a pound.
If it's over a half a pound, so if your drone is over a half a pound, pull off something so
I
it
take
stays
the
in.
battery out. It don't fly anyways. The camera, I broke that before.
You had it here the other day, and it was crashing all over the place. So anyways, there's a quick $2 million the government's going to make. And with that, I was going to mention, and I don't know what I didn't think of it, is that for Christmas, Christmas Eve at our house, my little niece got a present, and this was way cool. It was like a Tinkerbell, and don't ask me how it works, but it sits, little fairy sits on this little stand, and all of a sudden her wings start go zooming, and it goes straight up in the air, and you put your hand here and it just bounces around the room.
Really?
It was way cooler than your drone.
Oh, definitely.
Folks, you had to be here the day Granny had his drone. It was crashing into the lights and knocking down dust bunnies off the
all
ceiling.
over your clothes, your jacket. It's like,
all right. Are you ready for guesses and goals? Here we go.
I'm scared.
All right, first question. Oh, these are going to be easy. You're gonna do well. All right, Randy. This is going for all my team here. The price of gasoline at the Sunoco station was $2.24.9 this morning in Mayville. Okay, without any discount or anything, what do you predict the price of gasoline will be at the Mayville Sunoco on December 17th, which will be the day we're going to go over the results? How much a gallon will it be?
I am really worried. It stayed down low price too long. I'm going to say it's going back up. I'm going to say $3.89 at least.
$3.89.
I have no faith in the gas companies.
Randy,
anytime anything happens there,
that's like a $1.70.
Oh, that's on the least.
All right, what's your guess? So we'll see how close you go. All right, here's an easy question. All right, so you're way out on a limb on that one. Our next, now I don't like to talk about politics here as a rule. I don't get into Washington very much, right? We're going to do that for a second.
Okay.
You ready? All right, because I know you're very opinionated on politics. Our next vice president of the United States will be male or female?
I'm going to say male.
Male. Why?
Because the one that's running for president that I'm sort of hoping for right now, I think he's had enough of Hillary, so I think he's going to pick a gentleman.
Pick a gentleman. All right.
Yes.
All right. All right. So you're going with $3.89 a gallon and a male. All right.
Yes.
Next question. Now, I know you're quite the investor, so you'll have insight into this. Will the stock market break 19,000 points during 2016? Right now, it's hovering around 17.5, 17.6. So will it break 19,000 points next year?
I know very little about the stock market.
No, most people don't. But
I'm going to say no.
Okay, so that's a no. So it's going to stay under 19,000. All right. As you know, question number 4 now, we here at Chautauqua Sunrise have had somewhere over 4,300 views on YouTube. Okay? How many YouTube views do you think we'll have a year from now, altogether? Now, I told you we have about 4,300 now, so a whole year's worth more.
I'm going to shoot for just 10,000.
10,000?
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's
we're getting well.
We're moving.
I mean, yeah, we are.
We're going to go into syndication here pretty soon.
It's getting popular. You talk to people, and we're all over the county.
We're
now,
everywhere now. We're around the world, really.
Yeah, we are. In fact, I'm hoping to show this show in Sweden. So to my relatives over there, hi from the United States, Elert.
There you go. So who's your cousin there?
It's my, oh man.
Nothing to put you on the
It's
spot.
my grandfather's distant relative. His father was born in Jamestown
Okay.
back in the early 1900s, and then his grandmother and his father moved back to Sweden. Well, he has been searching since the 80s to find out more on his grandfather because he doesn't know about his grandfather, who he was. They know he lived in Jamestown at 93 Steel Street when he was baptized. They have pictures. They also found one of the same pictures he has hanging in his house of his grandmother at the Fenton History Center. So
All right.
he has just been searching.
So hello to the Burts in Sweden. Is that
He is Anderson.
oh, Andersons.
My grandparents were, well, when they came over, they were Andersons with 2 S's, and they changed it to Melquist because there was just too many Andersons in the United States.
How do you go from Anderson to Melquist? I don't want to know.
I
I don't
have
want to know.
no
All right,
idea.
all right. On with the next question, number 5. Okay. Oh, this is a personal question in a way. Will your son, Chris Burt, arrange a congressional debate between Tom Reed and John Plum on Destination Chautauqua?
I know he would like to.
Well, will he? Is it yes
I'm
or
going to say no.
Oh, come on.
I talked to Tom here, and I just
No.
don't think he'll come back after you trying to attack him.
I did not. It was an innocent. I had a job to do. If you didn't know that, the story behind that, everybody, Reed was here talking to Tom Reed, our congressman. I had to come down and do my, doc part, and I come through the door like I always do, and I was almost jumped by 3 gorillas that were his bodyguards. And Reed goes, "He's all right, he's all right." I thought they were going to
Front.
stranger danger. Okay, number 6. This is a tough one, Randy. Think hard now. Will it be a white Christmas in 2016?
We're due, yes.
Yes, all right.
We just had a freak of nature this year, so I think it's a leap year, so that will, being a leap year, it'll cause us to have white Christmas.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah.
I had thought about that, the leap year effect. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
It's like multiplying it by
I think if you really checked, I think leap years, it's always
leap
white
year.
Christmas.
That'll do it. Okay.
So.
Okay, and now one of your favorite topics on Facebook, number 7. Will the Bills make the playoffs?
They will, but not as a team. They will go watch.
So they're not going to make the playoffs?
No, I
That's a
don't
no.
think.
Oh.
It's going to be a long, long time, probably not in my life, that they'll
I hope you're going to live a long time.
make the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. So, sorry, Bills fans, if you know me.
So there's your there's your guesses. Now for our goals. There's just 4 of them. Okay, one thing you like to accomplish at home.
Sleep.
Sleep.
I would like a whole night's sleep without getting up like 500 times.
All right. And stop drinking coffee before you go to bed. Number 2, one food that you would like to try for the first time.
Ugh. Not much of a
Come on.
Fryer.
That's the whole idea. Is let's have a goal. Let's stretch ourselves here.
I deal with a lot of seafood. Okay, I'll try shrimp.
You've never had shrimp?
I've never had shrimp.
How can you live this long and never
We
had
went out
shrimp?
one time and Justin had shrimp and me and Chris sat there and both almost wanted to blah.
Shrimp is awesome. Okay, number 3. What new guest should we get on the show?
Donald Trump. We can do it.
Donald Trump.
Donald's popular.
Donald Trump.
He'll come.
All right.
Just gotta
I'll
find
work
out how
on
to
it.
get a hold of
I'll
him.
jump. I'm sure once he hears that we want him, he'll
He's
be
like, he's funny. I mean,
okay. I hadn't thought of that answer. Where would you go? Oh, this is your last question now. Then we're going to switch out. Right?
no.
Where would you go where you have never been before? So next year, where are you going to go that you've never been before? New destination.
I'd love to go anywhere.
You've
I
been
would
a lot of
like to
places.
go-
New place though, a new place.
I'd like to go to China.
China. All right. So get your ticket ready. Get your bags back. All right. That was Randy Burt. $3.89 a gallon. A male vice president. We will not go over 1,900 points in 2016. 10,000 views of Chautauqua sunrise. There will be no debate between the congressional candidates. It will be a white Christmas. The Bills will not play no, it will be a white Christmas. Maybe I said that wrong. The Bills will not be going to the playoffs. You want more sleep. You're going to eat shrimp. You want Donald Trump here, and you're going to China. Goodbye.
And I'm tangled up in my mic cord right now.
So, right now, put the view on me, and we're going to invite now Chris Burt, who's going to join us here in a second with same questions. And the other guys got the benefit to hear the questions, and they've already been formulated.
Hello, I'm Community Television.
There we go.
And I'm corporate media. The channels I own serve as my personal mouthpiece. I tell you what I've told you you want to know.
Wow, that sounds really great for you. I carry local programming by local people and provide a forum for diverse community dialogues that anyone can participate in.
Really local, huh? Well, I own stations all over the country, so my programming is designed to be generic and appealing to the majority. It keeps my corporate advertisers happy.
I connect people to their communities by televising local government meetings and community events, things that would otherwise never be shown on TV.
Huh. Well, I could never do that. But hey, everything I show is carefully screened through focus groups gathered from NASCAR races and Walmart parking lots. I suppose you let just about anybody on TV.
That's right, we do. Community television makes production facilities and training available to every member of the community, who can then produce their own programming and have it televised free of charge.
Well, that sounds terribly unprofitable.
Oh, corporate media. It's not always about money.
Okay, we're now back to our second guest and moving right along. Good morning, Chris Burt.
Good morning.
Chris, how long have you been associated with Access 5? I think you were born here, weren't you?
Pretty much.
Chris, you're looking very dapper. I've never seen you in a tie before. This is scary. But you do look very nice. Thank you. Very, very dapper. Chris, how long have you been associated now? I kid you.
It's right about 10 years, just over now. We're going on our 11th.
So, and you started right when the studio was over at the school?
Yes.
Okay.
2005.
2005, wow.
So the 10-year anniversary of Channel 5.
Now your dad stands around here making funny pictures of me every week and doing all crazy things, but your job is very, very different. What would you classify your job as?
Well, I guess I put computer guy when I was doing the titles this morning. So there you go. You can see right there. It says computer
guy.
So I do a lot of the computer work, and you know, I send you the stuff that people send me, and we send you questions and stuff during the show. And I wrote some software so that we can do some of the video stuff. So.
Okay. So you're really the guy, you're sort of like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain. You're doing a lot of work for us all the time. I'm sending you the pictures constantly and videos, and I know you're bringing up all kinds of stuff, so thanks a lot. You've done a great job here.
You're welcome.
We've had a good run so far. Which show is this, 78, 79?
Yep, this is the 78th show.
Wow. Does that seem possible?
Well, is it funny? I think that by the end of next year we'll have 131 shows.
Wow. Now I understand how Ree got to 18 years. It just zoom, 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 flips right by.
Almost 1,000 for him.
Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, Chris, let's make sure we have enough time for Jeff to come on here. So let's go down the list here. So price of gasoline at the Sunoco next year. Right now it's $224.9. Your dad said it's going to go up, up, up. So, and I know you and your dad are diametrically opposed, so what do you think?
Oh, why not? Let's go with 99 cents.
99 cents. You're the eternal optimist.
You know, we were up in Dunkirk, and there was a closed gas station. They had like $1.29. I was looking at that one day. I'm like, that gas station's been closed for a really long time.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, you see those every once in a while in the small towns. You go out west when you're traveling, and you'll see a lot of those different places. Okay. Okay. Number 2, our next Vice President of the United States will be male or female?
I think it'll be female.
Okay. You and your dad get along real well, don't you? Okay.
Oh, it's so much fun.
So much fun. Why do you think female?
Well, let's put it this way. There's lots of other countries that have had female presidents, female vice presidents. I think it's time for us to join the 21st century. They did it a long time ago.
Well, look at the person of the year on time. It's
yeah.
They're over in Germany, Merkel. She was the person of the year, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah. So female, all right.
Then again, even if it was female, probably most people wouldn't know who the vice president is. They asked us in our 12th grade class. They wanted to know who the vice president was, who the governor of New York State was, who the lieutenant governor was. Not a single kid could answer even, you know, who our congressman was at the time. It's amazing how many people don't. know who their representatives are.
That's true. All right. 3, will the stock market break 19,000 points next year?
Sure, why not? I think the Apple stock will help bring it up. Apple's hovering around $100 right now. I think it's going to hit 1,000.
Okay.
So that'll definitely help the Dow go up.
And that's interesting. Apple is computers, and you wouldn't think that when it burps, the whole world burps with it, but it does.
Yeah, ever since they added into the, I think it was the Dow Jones, it's been, they had to wait, they had to do a stock split. Otherwise, it was too high of a price. It was hovering almost $700 a share. So when they did the stock split, then it was low enough that they could actually include it. Otherwise, any fluctuation in it would have consequences beyond compare.
Right. All right. So you're looking very favorable for the new year. How many YouTubes of Chautauqua Sunrise will we hit by the 25th of next year, do you think?
Well, with 52 shows averaging around, let's say, 100 apiece.
Okay.
So that's around 5,200 shows views. So we'll add that to the current 4,000, we'll say 9,000.
So you're at 9,000. All right, your dad's at 10, you're at 9. All right, seems reasonable. We'll see. All right, this is your question. Are you going to get a congressional debate between Tom Reed and John Plum on your show, Destination Chautauqua? Yes or no?
I'm going to try, but I'm going to say no.
Dang!
I tried with Martha Robertson and Tom Reed, but Tom Reed's office wouldn't budge.
But you know what? John Plum is local, isn't he? He's from Chautauqua County, I think.
I'm not sure.
I believe he's from Chautauqua County.
I haven't done that much
research. So there's
yet.
your research. I gave you a little information there. I think if you get John, I think you could get Tom.
I was able to get Martha. She said yes to the last one too, but Tom said no. He wouldn't even budge. So
right.
I'm going to say no because I already know that he's probably not willing to do it.
All right, maybe I'll have to help you out. I'll see if I can help persuade him. Number 6. Chris Burt, will it be a white Christmas next year?
Sure, why not? So
wasn't this year. You don't want to go 2 in a row. All right. The Bills, will they make the playoffs?
No, but the Dolphins will.
Oh, my God. The Dolphins? You're a Dolphins fan?
I'm a Dolphins fan.
You've been all this time we've shared this same space as air, and you're a Dolphins fan? I didn't know that.
You haven't seen my gloves and my hats that I normally put on?
Oh,
they have Dolphins logos on them.
Holy mackerel. Well, I think it's getting harder and harder to find Bills fans. I'm still a Bills fan. Okay. It's been a tough year.
I feel sorry for you.
I feel our pain. Okay. Okay, goals. All right. Goals for next year. One thing you'd like to accomplish at home.
Let's see. Let's build a new room for my dad.
New room?
Far away from the house, like 3 streets down.
For Dad. So like a little apartment of his own.
Yeah, well, we'll just get him to move away.
Usually it's the kids that move away, not the parents. It's your goal, it's not mine. Okay, I'm in total shock that your father never works where he works and has never had shrimp. So what's one food you'd like to try this time, for the first time this coming year?
Let's go with bear.
Bear. I've had bear, and I'm good. You know, it's like anything else. Venison or bear or rabbit, squirrel, any of the wild games. If it's fixed right, it's awesome. If it's not, it's not. And the one I had was just kind of greasy tasting. I don't know. It's sort of like taking a piece of meat and putting motor oil on it. It was just... I didn't cook it, so I don't know. All right. What new guest should we get on the show?
Well, Hillary's already been around here before in her past life, and she did a show with us, so I think we'll get
Hillary Clinton was on the Senior Report?
Well, no, she did a show with Doug Spalding called Chautauqua Conversation.
Really?
When Bill was in town.
Oh, when they were in the wintertime?
When they came to Chautauqua, yeah.
For when he... Oh, no, that wasn't the wintertime. It was the summertime because he was golfing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So you want Hillary here?
Yeah.
Will you contact her?
Sure, why not?
All right, Hillary Clinton.
We're more likely to get her and Donald Trump to do a debate than we are to get
No,
anybody
this
else.
is just a guess.
No, I know, but I'm just saying we're
Oh,
more
I
likely
see.
to get her to show up here than we are to get.
Okay. All right. So you want to get rid of your dad and you want Hillary here and not Donald. Wow. You guys definitely are not on the same page. All right. Chris, where would you go where you have never been before?
How about
It's your trip?
Warren?
Warren, Pennsylvania?
Yeah,
You've never been to Warren?
I've been through it, but I've never actually been in
All
it.
right, so you want to spend the day in Warren, Pennsylvania? All right. So let me see if I have your answers right. The price of gasoline next year on December 17th will be 99 cents a gallon. Well, that's probably not so far off if it continues, because right now you just go across the state line, it's $1 or I don't know, 79 in some places. And I know down south people were saying it was way, way under $1.50. So I suppose it could be just about $1. Why not? You think there's going to be a female vice president? Any names you want to throw out there?
No, I don't know. Usually know a lot of the candidates for vice president. The media doesn't talk about them that
Yeah,
much.
that's
It's
right.
the
We don't-
presidents that they care about.
Yep. All right. And you said the stock market will go through the roof. It'll go through 19,000. And you're figuring 9,000 views of Chautauqua Sunrise a year from now. I think that's very possible. And you're number 5. You don't have a positive feel for having a congressional debate with Tom Reed and John Plum on your show.
No.
No. But you're going to try.
I'll try.
All right. So you heard it here, folks. Chris is going to work on this. So if anybody knows John Plum or Tom Reed, put the pressure on, because we'd love to have them. And Chris is always gracious enough to have me be the moderator for the debates. So
Exactly.
I would love to talk with the gentleman or anyone else that's running for Congress. I don't know. White Christmas is a yes. And the Bills, no, but the Miami is yes. So I'm going to put a little note there, Miami. Okay, and as far as your goals, you want to get rid of your dad. Basically, it sounds like by put him in a crate. You want to eat bear. You want Hillary Clinton here, and you would like to spend the day in Warren, Pennsylvania. Did I pretty well summarize that?
Sounds like it.
Okay. Chris, how was your Christmas?
It's all right.
It was all right? Doing well? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you'd like to see for next year here at the studio? Anything in the works? Anything new projects or anything?
No, nothing quite new yet. Just more ideas,
Okay.
stuff to poke around at.
Well, I do want to thank you for working on the sign above my head. I don't know if we have a shot of that, a wide angle. There it is. Well, it's up here.
I'll get my dad to do some work
There we
here.
go. Up we go. Chris designed that for us, and it was a team effort. I think every one of us had their hand on this, and glad to have a little
I printed
bit
it out, you cut it out, and they painted
they
it.
painted it and glued it, and here we are. So the set, if you've watched it over the year and a half now that we've been on the air, the set here has been morphed into a really delightful, it's almost like an art gallery, and it's also like a synopsis of Chautauqua County with the flavors and colors of the area, and it's just absolutely fabulous. So Chris, thanks for your help, and we'll see how you do on your predictions and goals for next year. We'll be checking back with you. All right, so we're going to take another break, I guess. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we're going to have Jeff Zook and his predictions and goals, guesses and goals for 2016. We'll be right back.
This is New York State. We built the first railway and the first trade route to the west. We built the tallest skyscrapers, the greatest empires. We pushed the country forward. Then some said we lost our edge. We couldn't match the pace of the new business world. Well, today, there's a new New York State. One that's working to attract businesses and create jobs. Build energy highways and high-tech centers. Nurture startups and small businesses. Reduce tax burdens and provide the lowest middle-class tax rate in 58 years. Once again, New York State is a place where innovation meets determination and where businesses lead the world. The new New York works.
I don't know what happened. It just stopped. Okay, folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise and WRFA. You're listening to Chautauqua Sunrise at 2 Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So what we're doing right now, and if you haven't had an opportunity to do this, it's a lot of fun. I hope it's fun. We're having fun here. I know we are, because I'm watching the guys laughing with me. Get a piece of paper and pencil and put number 1 through 11, and we're doing our guesses for next year, predictions, you could say, and our goals. Jeff didn't want resolutions because he doesn't believe in them, so I did a Zookism, and I made a resolution into goals.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard that
Zookism.
term.
So it's Jeff. Good morning, and
good morning,
and thanks for joining me this morning. Jeff, how long have you been associated with the studio here?
I started summer of 2007. I was actually had a year to go in college yet before I finished up my bachelor's degree in communications.
You were in college a long time.
I was a late starter. It wasn't the fact that I was in college a long time. I didn't.
I know. I was just playing.
It's just, yeah. I didn't start until I was late. So later on in life, I actually worked at a couple other jobs for a number of years, and through the loss of jobs, I actually got my bachelor's degree. So,
well, opportunity presents itself through our various crises and challenges, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not the only one. There's a large group of through changeovers and business rollovers and business trying to save money, going overseas and all kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've had family members in the same boat that have changed careers and jobs and all kinds of stuff. Careers, basically. Yeah. Completely switching over to something brand new. And Jeff, you're from the area right along, or you?
About the only time I really spent out of the area was time I spent in service. Okay. I spent some time in Arizona in the Southwest and some time in Alaska.
Alaska? We're in Alaska.
Little town called Galena. It's about 350 miles north of Anchorage. And
whoa, that's way up there.
Yeah, it's only 100 miles off the Arctic Circle, and it's 235 miles west of Fairbanks.
How long were you there?
It was a remote assignment for 12 months.
Is it true about the darkness?
No,
is it true? I mean, was it?
Yeah, daylight. True daylight doesn't start till about 10 o'clock in the morning, and it goes away about 4 o'clock in the afternoon where I was at.
And then during the summertime, it's the other way around. It never gets dark?
Yeah, I've walked
Let's send Randy there. He will not achieve his goal of sleeping more.
Yeah, we actually had to put tinfoil, over the windows to block the sunlight because I walked out of the NCO club one night at 11:30 at night, and the sun was still up. This was in the middle of the summer.
That would be pretty freaky, I would think.
Yeah, it definitely takes a little getting used to, but things were. But I was young then.
There was a scary movie with Robin Williams and I forgot who the other actor was. It was a famous actor, Robert De Niro or someone. I forgot what the name of the show was, but they're up in Alaska and it's this never-ending daylight, and they're getting depressed and they can't sleep and they're seeing things. It was really kind of a creepy movie. But.
Yeah. It can do strange things to you because you're not used to the darkness so much. I think dark is a little easier to deal with than sun because you can always go to sleep in the dark.
Yeah, Jeff, you've hosted for me when I've been away, and I thank you for that, and Randy as well. I forgot to mention that, but 99% of the time, you're not on this side of the camera. You're on the other wall. Not even in the studio. Right here with us, you're behind the wall. What's going on back there? What do you do?
Well, behind the wall is the control room. As you see the picture switch, that's part of the job that I do. Is switch the pictures to make sure I don't know what that is. That's something I would probably do. Get the wrong picture or the wrong camera up.
I can't imagine that happening.
It happens on a frequent basis, which I don't know why. I just haven't learned how to do it yet.
Okay.
But no, we control the sound, we control the visual, and through. Thank you.
Computer guy. That's not your title.
There we are.
It's tech director.
Yeah, Chris is back there.
So it's not. Anybody can make a mistake here.
Mistakes when you fly by the seat of your pants, which we do a lot around here, but we've gotten really good at it.
Meatball TV, like MASH.
Oh yeah. So, but no, it's been a very good experience for me. It's taught me a lot of things, but as you do things off the cuff, things tend to end up not being exactly perfect.
Well, it's live TV, and we have a good time, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, let's get to our guesses and goals. Are you ready? Number one, as you already heard from the other guys, the price of gasoline right now at the Sunoco station in Mayville is $2.24.9. Okay. On December 17, 2016, what do you guess the price of gas will be? We've had quite a spread here so far.
I'm going to probably fall right in the middle. I don't expect it to do a whole lot of changing. Okay. Unless there's a big change in the world situation. So I would say probably I'm thinking it's going to be pretty stable for quite a while now. I'm hoping.
So
what is it now? $1.24?
No, it's $2.20.
Oh, $2.24. $2.24. It might go down a little bit. $2.
$2 even.
Yeah, somewhere around that. Somewhere like that.
$2.09. All right.
There we go.
All right. Our next vice president of the United States will be male or female?
I would like to see a lady in there.
So that's your guess, or that's what you like?
Female.
Female, thank you.
Sorry.
I just asked the question. You don't have to apologize. Anybody in particular you're thinking of?
No, I don't follow well enough to see who's up and coming, but nobody that I see right now is anybody that I would want in there.
Okay. There's just so many people trying to get to the top where they're not even thinking about who's number two, right? So I tend to think that anybody that's running for number one right now would never consider being number two. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. It's either all or nothing, I think.
Which is kind of weird, because if something happens to the president, number two becomes the president. So I mean, hey, if anybody wants to call me out and wants me to be vice president, I would gladly accept it.
You'll be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
You'll do well.
No, I can't even imagine what that would be like. All right, number three, stock market. Will it break 19,000 points? We've hit into 18,000, I think, this year. I know it's gone over well into the high 17,000. So will it break 19,000 points next year?
Probably with the trend, following trends and stuff, yes.
Okay. All right. Probably depends on who's the president too, as far as the stock market, the Wall Street, and all that stuff. So.
Unfortunately, there's so many variables in that it's very difficult.
Okay. As you know, Chautauqua Sunrise is well over 4,300 views so far. What will be the total December 25th, 2016, in your guess?
Well, we've been doing this, about a year and a half.
Wheels are turning. He's doing his calculations.
Yep. I think probably 8,000 to 9,000.
Well, you got
total views.
All right. So is it 8 or is it 9 or is it somewhere in between?
Let's go 8,500.
8,500. Well, you're right. All right. All right. Number 5. Will Burt, our computer guy. Sounds like the guitar guy on you. Will Burt arrange a congressional debate between Tom Reed and John Plum on Destination Chautauqua?
Well, I think that question's been pretty well answered. He will try, but I don't think he will succeed.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it really is. But, I think he gave the reason was, that Tom Reed is not.
Okay, he's not willing.
He's not willing to do it.
But maybe the climate's different now. Who knows?
Maybe.
And you and I and Randy and Chris, we all worked on the debates when we had county executive debates here, and we did some of the what other debate we did? We did the county legislature.
County legislature for this legislative district. I think,
and we did the state assembly with Goodell and
yes, we
Yoakum.
did.
So we've done 3. So Tom Reed and John Plum, if you're watching, so big deal. We're friendly here. We ask good questions, but we're friendly. All right, I'm trying my best to get that for Chris. All right, number 6. Will it be a white Christmas next year?
Yes.
Okay. Is that guaranteed? Or Based on some mathematical... I really was surprised that it was a white Christmas this year, or a green Christmas, excuse me.
Yeah, well, after the trend we've had in the last couple of years, it's like, we've been over knee deep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so far we got a clean sweep for a white Christmas for next year. Will the Bills make the playoffs next year?
No, unfortunately not.
Will Miami?
I don't know who's going to make it, but with teams like the Patriots and Carolina, and those are the top contenders this year. I don't see them really falling out too much, but the Bills got a lot of work to do. Defense and discipline, and it's just. Every year it's, we're still rebuilding. Well, how long have we been rebuilding there, boss?
Next year. Okay, one thing you'd like to accomplish at home. Anything, could be anything.
One thing that I would like to accomplish at home.
Chris is getting ready to Randy. Randy wants to sleep, so I think they got a winning combination there. He's just going to put his dad in a crate.
I guess ongoing home renovations.
Home repairs, okay.
Yeah, I've got some home repairs that need to be done.
Okay, so that's a goal.
Have been built up over past several years.
Now, you're in the food industry because I know you work for a local restaurant. One food that you'd like to try for the first time?
Wow, I've tried a lot of foods. I don't know. Let's try some haggis.
Haggis, okay. Guess you'd like to have on the show next year?
Guess I would like to have on the show next year. Well, you said Kathy Young's already coming back.
The new guest.
New guest, yes. I really don't know right at the moment.
Okay, we'll leave that blank. Where would you go if you've never been before?
Well, Galen, my brother and I, Galen, have been looking at bike rides, bike tours. It's probably not this year, but it is definitely on the bucket list. We're looking at a couple places overseas to go for bike tours.
Bike tour overseas. Okay, we'll leave it open. Okay, Jeff Zook, thank you very much. We got Linda Spalding on the line who wants to say something real quick, and then we're going to wrap things up.
All right.
Good morning, Linda.
I'm really enjoying the show. And Happy New Year.
Well, you too. Happy New Year.
And I do think that the gas prices are going up because they're not going to be refining it anymore. They're cutting back.
Oh, all right.
The oil industry.
Got
because they've got a
information.
surplus. It's cheap.
Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful week. Happy New Year.
You too, thank you. All right. I'm going to throw out my guesses real quick. Gasoline will be $2.11. We will have a female vice president. What's this one? The stock market, yes, will go through 19,000 points. I believe so. I'm going to go a little bit more aggressively on Chautauqua Sunrise hits because it's really starting to percolate. I'm going to go 12,000. Yes, Chris will have a debate. We will make that happen with the Reed and Plum. Yes, it'll be a white Christmas. Yes, the Bills will make the playoffs by the skin of their teeth. Skin of their teeth. One thing I like to try at home I want to do is I want to make a pie. I've never made a pie. As far as foods, I want to try something more ethnic. I saw Steve Gustafson from 10,000 Maniacs has all this Swedish food I can't even pronounce. I got to try some Swedish food maybe. Senator Schumer would be our guest if I could do it. And I'd like to go to Yosemite. I've never been to Yosemite. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about run out of time. I hope you enjoyed our version of guesses and goals for next year. We're going to see how we did a year from now. I'm Doc Hamels. Happy New Year. Have a wonderful, safe New Year. Don't drink and drive. Get that designated driver. We'll see you here in 2016. See you next year. I'm Doc Hamels. Take care. Bye-bye.